Tapaha Swadhyaya Ishvara Pranidhana. So Swadhyaya is that in order to gain knowledge or in order to multiply our experiences, we need to have these friendships, and then in order to increase our understanding, so we are always doing Sajjana Sangatya. So friendships are essential to relate to each other, to bounce back.
After Dhyana comes Sajjana Sangatya. A Sajjana is a person who does a lot of meditation. When you do meditation, you become a Sajjana. And when you express your meditation experience, that's what happens in Sajjana Sangatya. Every day, lot of Dhyanam and then lot of Sajjana Sangatya.
We create our own negative reality. We focus on what is negative, what was painful. And in a sense, each of us, we create our own suffering if we are not aware of it. Because the minute we become aware of the emotions, the thought we have, instead of reacting, we are starting to respond.
The experience that I am getting from the first-hand hearings from the experiences from the other people has given me a lot of knowledge to connect my dots. I used to connect myself and where I am actually failing. Within these 40 minutes, and I just went through my 23 years of my professional experience, and I just revealed myself where I am failing.
Guilt, fear, and inferior complex have killed me alive. So I was under stress for a complete year. After this breath mindfulness meditation, I started to use my clock time, and I was coming out of my psychological time. I was coming out of my fear, guilt, and worries and inferior complex. I feel completely light. I feel concentrated.
Regular practice of meditation gave me self-confidence. It increased my ability to work longer hours, able to focus on the subject, became disciplined and organized, and I did lose some qualities of loose tongue, envying others, and people started listening to me and started respecting my behavior and my talk, and they used to listen my sayings on the meditation.
Many times I outburst with people. When I take a closer look and see why does this happen, what I could see is I actually go to that outburst mode when I don't get the answer from people that I'm looking for. So it all boils down to acceptance and not accepting them for what they are actually. So I have started to accept things around me.
Happy morning, everybody. A great afternoon and a wonderful evening. Alexander the Great was conquered when he traveled from Europe all the way He's conquered many places along the way. And then crossed through practically the whole of Persia, the Mongolia, many of those countries, and comes into India. It travels enough distances, killing people, conquering, and gaining that control in some way or the other, not always killing. And then at some place where he feels enough, then he has to go back. So he starts going back. And one place where they're resting one day, then asked, I'd like to, that's always a special, that's how the kings in those days used to spend. Wherever they go, they were staying back somewhere. And they always wanted to know what is speciality about that place. And they meet people, see things there, places, like we do, right? Go to any business, we go somewhere, and then we got a few hours of time, we always want to meet or see the things that are special. So I said, what is special here? So there's nothing to see here, but there's a person here. He's special. Okay, I would like to meet him. Bring him to me. That person said, nope, I'm not coming anywhere. I'm here where I am. So in case your king wants, then ask him to come to me. And so Alexander was even more curious, although he was a little irritated, but he went there. So this person is very, very simple, very, of course, down to earth. Most simplest looking clothes he's wearing, and he's there. It's called Diogenes. So Alexander wanted to ask, my whole army came to ask you to bring, you said you're not coming. What is special about you? How come you're so arrogant that you didn't want to come? He was a little furious. But then he said, I will answer. But before that, let me ask a few questions. You got to answer me. You are the one who come here. Even more furious, Alexander. But he said, okay, go ahead and ask. So where are you going now? He said, I'm going back home. I'm on my way back to my kingdom back. So Diogenes asked, have you been happy all these days? You've been going around conquering place after place. He said, I have been happy. Alexander said, yes, now that I've conquered everything that I could ever think of, so I'm going to be happy. So I'm going back and then I'm going to be happy along the way. From now on, I'll be very happy. So Diogenes laughed off. Big laugh, and then Alexander was like even more bugged about this. And he said, see, Mr. Alexander, if happiness is all you're looking for, then I'm just sitting here in this place, the way I am. I've been happy all throughout my life. I've been happy all throughout my life. You didn't have to go kill people, go on spending time the way you did it. It's a different story that while going back, before he even reached his hometown, Alexander dies en route itself. After recognizing and understanding the futility of what he's done for the whole life, going after power and power and power. Emotional intelligence is to apply everything that we know, or seeking higher knowledge, but applying that knowledge at the right time, right place. very intelligent people, huge IQ, but we know that people hold to their point of view. If you are in a meeting, very, very intelligent, very, really great, the kind of insights you get because you've got so much IQ. But then you hold on to your point in a meeting, and then when we become loggerheads at our points, we don't achieve anything. An emotionally intelligent person looks at it and says, okay, how do I diffuse that situation? Okay, let me differ it for the moment. Potentially is an answer. Let me solve this in one-on-one for a moment is an answer. Saying yes then, but then hopefully having a no later, or staying silent then and having a yes later, are truly recognizing that, allowing the other person to have their way, because recognizing that it is just one blip of the whole life. If the life is full of events and experiences, whatever we may go through right now could be just a blip, right? It's just one thing or many things, infinitely many things. So if letting go is an answer, letting go. But there are many ways that you can be intelligent emotionally to make your time and make our time at that moment productive and more pleasurable and enjoyable. So emotional intelligence is, according to research surveys by Daniel Goleman and many others. Daniel Goleman has written quite a bit around this emotional intelligence. More than 80% of what when we are happy, and if you measure a person, if more than 80%, we're able to derive happiness because we're emotionally intelligent, not memory-wise intelligent. That is required, but 80% is applied around. That happiness is applied because one is emotionally intelligent. That's one means one is able to deal with things around in a more balanced way. So EQ is the most important element in the workplace or in a group setting. In a group setting, when you're dealing with anything external, emotional intelligence is essential because that's really what is playing between people. So let's understand this. And emotional intelligence is best way to train oneself, and it is a training of the mind if you leave it that way. It's a training of the mind in the most conventional way, but then it is connecting to the soul or your heart in the unconventional way. Our mind is a bundle of thoughts, whereas the soul is, or no, we are, or consciousness is, or individual consciousness is a bundle of emotions. It is lack of, if you access the emotions from there at any given moment, versus if you're driven off through your mind is a challenge. So when we rest the mind more and more and more, we are more connected to the emotion or the true feeling at any given moment. And so the guidance is always coming, how to, when to and what not to, what to and what not to. The guidance is always coming. By accessing this, And so the more we can cool this mind, it is thought driven, not feelings driven. The more we do that, when I say mind, then we're dividing into conscious mind, subconscious. The subconscious, unconscious goes into the heart, the conscious is here. So emotional intelligence is to access truly the emotions from our heart. Another way to look at it is training the mind, is how we say it, but those who are always accessing their feelings and heart, and then this one is always looking for uniting people. Its consciousness always looking to unite, always looking to maximize your experience. So always is guiding us right, because this is that intelligence. One of the beautiful way, easiest way of gaining emotional intelligence is to meditate. But we'll understand emotional intelligence in a more component levels. Emotional intelligence is awareness. It is expression, ability to say things at the right time and not say. Over expression, under expression. No, it's a balanced expression. Is understanding people around. First, understanding ourselves, awareness. So I know everything what's happening to me so that I can put my response appropriately. Then when I put my response, how do I do it? What tone, what kind of, what timing? The power of words. In speaking, what is truthful, you can discriminate. What is positive, you can discriminate. But what timing to deliver is also important. That is emotional intelligence. Timing is always there. So emotional intelligence is understanding people, empathy. Emotional intelligence is ultimately it's about doing or multiplying our own experience. Our experience is multiplied when you are able to work with people. So when you inspire, then people are able to come with you to together create bigger thing. It's our creation. So emotional intelligence is to inspire people. How do I deal with them empathetic? How do I inspire them? So what kind of things that I use? How do I spend my time at any given time when I'm there with anybody? Inspiration, by the way I talk, by the way I lead, by the way I do things, that's inspiration. So these are all various components. And of course, emotional intelligence is engagement. We're dealing emotional intelligence in 5 areas of self-awareness, self-expression, inspiration, empathy, and engagement. Engagement is social connect. How much leadership you're demonstrating, to how much initiative you're taking to take charge of what you want to create in your life, and then do things there with more people. That is also being emotionally intelligent. Rather than leaving it to the chance, leaving it to somebody, you're always looking to say, where I need to hold, I hold. And where I need to take initiative, take initiative. So let's learn this, dear friends. After meditation, some of it, relax yourself, sit comfortably. We are doing Anapanasati meditation, a breath mindfulness meditation. Our goal is to empty the mind, thousands of thoughts in our mind, mostly unwanted, unused, mostly causing unpleasant experiences. So our goal is to rest the mind and slowly go remove all those unwanted thoughts, increase our focus towards what is really required. So this is the practice that we're doing is called Anapanasati, our breath mindfulness meditation. We are mindful of our breath for the whole duration of meditation. With your eyes closed, specs removed, fingers into fingers, resting your hands comfortably in your lap. As you see in the picture on the screen, cross your feet at ankle and then sit comfortably and observe your breath. So 3 things: you cross your feet, fingers into fingers in your lap, Rest your hands in your lap, eyes closed, specs removed, and then observe your natural breath. Take any point in the nose, preferably the middle of the eyebrows, right here, and here, the middle of the eyebrows. And observe your breath is going in and coming out. You're observing the breath, not that center. You're observing the breath is going in and coming out. So one nostril will go, come out, either nostril or both nostrils may be used or not. But as breath is going in and coming out, observe it, natural breath. Then observe the breath, mind becomes empty. The thoughts come down. When I observe the breath, mind becomes empty. In case you get thoughts, bring your attention back to the breath again. It's common that you will get thoughts. When you observe the breath, slowly mind is empty, no thoughts. And then suddenly we get thoughts. When you get thoughts, bring your attention back to the breath again. Continue to observe, again go into emptiness. After some time, again, emptiness is broken through a thought. When you recognize, bring back your attention to the breath. So the whole duration, that's what we'll be doing. I'm playing music, I'm guiding to go into the deeper states. And before we do this practice, we're doing something called heart elevation. Just follow my guidance for heart elevation, which helps us to slow the brain down. Relax yourself, eyes closed. Dear friends, dear masters, keep your hands on your chest area. Rest your attention on your sacred heart. Take a slow, long, relaxing breath. And can you feel your beautiful heart? With that breath energy, breathe more and feel your beautiful heart, that seat of all emotions. Primary connection into this universe, which is expanding all life with its love energy, with its gratitude energy. Can you feel love, gratitude inside your beautiful heart? Relive a moment from your life of love, of gratitude. Feel more of that love energy, of that gratitude energy. And expand your heart center. all connected in this universe. Deep inside, we are specks of energy. Intricately connected with each other. The nature of this universe is to bring coherence and order among all things and everybody, with love, with compassion, with gratitude, appreciation. There is only one life. There is only one heart. Can you feel the love inside your beautiful heart? Can you become one with all things and everybody? Can you radiate that energy beyond your body onto every being of this planet Earth? Where your attention goes, there the energy flows. Feel the love, that gratitude inside you, all around you. Tell yourself to completely become empty of all thoughts in your mind. As you're becoming one with your breath, is getting empty, can you find that emptiness inside your body? Can you feel that emptiness inside you, all around you? As you're becoming one with your breath. Can you become aware of that emptiness going deep inside you? Spreading far and wide around you. Allow yourself to go deeper and deeper into that emptiness where there's no body, where there's no thing, in no place and no time. All emptiness is energy. That's energy in the quantum field with unlimited possibility and opportunity. Become aware of that emptiness of no body, of no thing, of no one, in no place and no time. Allow yourself to go beyond your body, way beyond your life. And merge into this emptiness as no one, as pure awareness. is the feel of all creation. This is the place of unknown. Allow yourself to stay connected with this emptiness, with this energy. The longer we stay in this unknown, the more open we become to many possibilities in our life. And the more we receive from it. Stay aware of this emptiness as no body and tune in to the abundance of healing energy, mystical energy, miraculous energy, empowerment energy, or whatever that you can become aware of in this field. Yourself to merge into your breath and merge into this emptiness, this greater consciousness where everything is connected to everything else. yourself to stay connected. To this feel of no body, no thing, and experience everybody and everything. Become that whole again. Go deeper and deeper into yourself. Friends, let's express gratitude. It's an honor and privilege to be living this life at this time of history. Be grateful to your parents for giving us this beautiful connection into this universe. Can you be grateful to all your teachers and mentors for expanding our wisdom and knowledge? Be deeply grateful to all the people in your life, your family, your friends, your relatives, colleagues, everybody, for allowing us to learn so many things. Be grateful for this grand nature, the bird, the fish, and the animals, the planets and stars, for being such an integral part of our life, to fill our lives with beauty, mystery, energy, and more. Be grateful to all the things we use, the technology, companies and governments, the places we go, the people who help us. Be grateful to all the challenges in your life that they initiate us into a greatness. Be grateful to yourself for caring for you, for caring for others. Be grateful to this intelligent universe for allowing us to experience so much more in this life. Gratitude is the highest state of receivership. Okay, dear friends. Hope you're also practicing, or at least attempting to practice a second time, perhaps while going to bed. We're spending good time cleaning ourselves. If you are attending the book clubs, so this is that intense period of learning. Rather than taking it as mere incremental, you're taking this an intense period of learning. If you make it, then you take time to attend book clubs. You are doing this morning session, then joining another half an hour of practice. But it's like I got a 1 week to learn crash course about a skill. So just the way you're giving a lot of time. So this is how, if we can make this, that's also the purpose of why we got that mindful program in the evening book clubs we have in India evening time, is that when you're making it an intense learning in a given period, then you are changing dramatically a lot of things that you have in your daily life. That kind of learning is a lot more faster in rewriting the brain circuits compared to doing an incremental slow things. For example, if somebody's got heavy body, has got body weight, obesity problem, and so you want to reduce the weight. So doing a totally different regime, food change and exercises or whatever that yoga, whatever that you decided. So there's one is a complete change in the diet, complete change in exercise. We're not doing it all. We're prescribing an hour of that. And then having somebody go through it versus, okay, I will do this month an incremental small change, and then tomorrow, the next month, a small change. We'll do 10-minute exercise, 15 minutes exercise, 20 minutes exercise, 25 minutes, a gradual increase. Between these two, the former always cause the change much faster, and then they're able to be with it for sustained because the discipline is happening. When you change things suddenly differently, brain also tries to adjust to it. You learn a lot suddenly. So there's a different experience that gets recorded. So they're able to adopt a new habit faster when you do an intense period of learning than a very gradual incremental. Which means there is a chance of falling back to the old habits when we do it very, very incremental versus doing outright, for making something a new habit. It is to some extent connected to the regularity in meditation, is also connected to that. One is got to be regular, another is, can we make it more intense? That's what I did in the year 2002, August, September timeframe. I spent really a lot of time because I said, let me explore this. What is this meditation? Why is so many are saying so many good things about it? How that someone is healing. Yesterday we heard Dilip talking about there's a common problem here in Bangalore. There's allergic to things, pollen and this and that, and we always feel that external is a problem. But just with regular meditation, there are apparently many operations going on in babies onwards to everybody because of this allergic stuff around. But then just with meditation, it's healed. So I explored myself for 2 months, lots of reading, at least a lot of time I gave to reading as well as meditation. 1 to 2 hours of meditation, a couple of hours of reading for sure, serious interaction, discussion. So it helped me to stay in the course since then. Before we go into understand some aspects of emotional intelligence, Lakshmi Madam, what you got?
Yes, sir. Hello, friends. As we are in the midway in the journey of the 6-week course, we have sent out the second self-assessment form for all the participants. So this is typically to understand the shift in our awareness, in our thought process. So please go through the self-assessment form and submit your responses. It is irrespective whether you have applied for certification program or not. This is open for all the participants. So we request you to fill out these assessment forms at the earliest. Coming to the participants who have opted for certification, we are going to send out the week 3 practitioner quiz tomorrow. So please submit that as well. This is only for those participants who have opted for certification program. So request your cooperation in this regard. That's one. Second is regarding the Instagram quiz we have conducted, the Health Week Challenge. Thank you for all the participation. We had around 70 to 75 people who participated, but we could not really announce the winner because we have not seen all the correct answers by any one participant as well. So that's where it is. And we have opened the Manifestation Week Challenge in Facebook as per the request of few of the participants. So request your participation. And in case you're facing any issue, you may want to talk to your facilitators, or you can talk to me as well. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you, madam.
Yes,
So no one answered the manifestation topics fully. Is that what you said?
Health Week, sir.
Health Week. Okay. So
Yeah.
All right. All right. So friends, let me share a slide to understand this. Now, emotional intelligence is ultimately translates to our relationship with somebody else and something else, right? So there is always this relationship. So it is about increasing our relationships, enhancing the quality of the relationship to begin with. The next week, when we learn spiritual intelligence, where the relationships will get dissolved and become friendships. When we're learning a mind-based learning, then it is all about, hey, better your relationship. When you actually go spiritual-based learning, then it moves from a relationship to a friendship. And then, so then automatically relationship is there. When you have a friendship, the relationship, which is always coming with a set of expectations, they all dissolve. And then a lot of times relationship is not good because either there are expectations, or that is one of the significant reasons why relations don't work, is an expectation. I'm the manager, you are the subordinate. So I expect you to deal this way, behave this way, do this way. Right? In friendship, it's equality. In relationship, it is superiority. At workplace, we always seek equality, not superiority, or anywhere. If we seek equality, then fundamentally great relationship will exist. So we move in this whole practice of meditation and this whole understanding as we go, gradually go in. We are making great friends. We are dropping that concept. And if one can drop the concept of husband and wife, father and son, teacher and student, and a set of things that come with it, a set of expectations, a set of things that each one is expected to do, because all these relations make that thing an institution. So it becomes that, and so you have to follow it now. And if that can be dropped, instead if anything, interaction between two people is more than a friendship driven, then beautiful, right? Then everything is, what is friendship is always accepting the other person and then still continue to be with the other person. So there are 5 areas that I'm talking about: self-awareness and expression. Self-awareness is just knowing yourself. First thing is, we talk about self-love, right? So first, self-awareness is, in order to gain that self-love, first you need to be aware of what's going on with me, right? So having that momentary recognition, momentary understanding, momentary awareness of what is my current, where is my current thought, where is my current feeling, what's my current reaction. Just knowing yourself, or your thought and emotion, because your thought and emotion create our outer reality, just knowing that will help us to regulate, will help us to change our response. And so this is the most important aspect of emotional intelligence, is gaining that awareness. And awareness, when we gain that awareness, then everything is changing for us. Very simple. Self-expression, once you gain that awareness that I'm right now suppressing myself. Oh, I'm unnecessarily being possessive. You get angry as I'm unnecessarily being possessive here. So recognizing that is sufficient to regulate our expression. So awareness is with ourselves. Expression is what you're doing to somebody else, but still to claim what is truly yours. What you think is going to give you happiness, for that to be able to get, you've got to express it. The first step, these two are more around yourself, improving yourself. Knowing yourself, and then knowing you, and then you're recognizing what is important to you, and then in expression, you express it appropriately, whether you're through your thought, whether you're through your words, you express it appropriately, because then that's when you can gain that into your life. Or thoughts and feelings create a reality, so you got to express it appropriately. Before we can express it, we need to know how we are, self-awareness. So expression is, hey, I like doing sales roles, but I'm here sitting in somewhere in a corner trying to generate reports for my boss. So they're two different things. So knowing what my feelings are about what I'm doing is self-awareness, and then gaining the strength and courage to express it, not worrying about what will happen to my future, is self-expression. Inspiration, so once you gain these two, that self-awareness, expression, then inspiration is, then you are inspiring somebody based on your thought, your action. If you are happy, then you're able to inspire others automatically. That's really how it comes through. The moment we are self-aware, we don't make ourselves a jerk of, we don't lose ourselves, we stop causing trouble to ourselves and others. The moment we start expressing, we start creating things into ourselves. We start attracting the right things to ourselves. And then when we start attracting the right things to ourselves, we start becoming happy. And then when you're becoming happy, then you are naturally making others happy just by you being happy. That's it. And then as we increase our understanding and knowledge that we are one, as we are gaining more and more experience in meditation, we develop this sense of empathy. Oneness leads to empathic understanding. Empathy is understanding people in a given situation. That I have gone through a similar thing, so he is also, or she is also perhaps going through the same. So let's be more considerate. There is no one way. There is no one way of doing. Empathy is being understanding, recognizing that there are many ways. So allowing people to be the way they are, or allowing them to fail, recognizing that things do happen. So empathy is in any given situation, when somebody is behaving a certain way, not putting a judgment around it pretty quickly and easily. Instead, understanding that based on their consciousness and evolution, someone is like that. So there are ways to deal with it, but not try to judge and give a different response. Empathy is understanding the given situation, being considerate. Engagement is then you're becoming proactively engaging with people to get things done. These are the 5 areas of emotional intelligence. So let's cover self-awareness. So the moment we understand my current thought, my inner dialogue, as we're going into your office, and because yesterday was a review, and then a whole bunch of things have happened, a strong review, right? So it's important reviews, a bunch of things happened. And there were unpleasant sharings, exchanges have happened already. And so that whole thing that is being carried forward, we come back home. We had this whole mind dialogue going on. This morning we woke up, so okay, fine, sleep time, somehow we've forgotten that. And this morning we're going again, the whole dialogue starts, hey, that review did not go well because I and my team were to do this and it's not happened, right? So obviously the judgments and the comments made are now there in our mind. So just carrying those thought patterns. And from there we say, what is in store for me today? I'm sure my manager is going to walk up to me and then ask me, take me for a walk today. Okay, I'm going to get some gyan today. So just thinking this way itself is, creating that stuff. So first becoming aware of what is happening in our mind, my thought. And so we did not like yesterday the comments that I made. I've tried to explain my stance, my reasons are there, but they did not pay attention to what that is. And so they only stuck to their point. So I got to be a lot more rigid today when my manager is going to ask me today. I'm going to be more rigid about my point strongly. This is how we go in. We're trying to now start rehearsing that thing, the way we're going to emotionally express to a manager. We also rehearse a lot of times, even emotion. So we are expressing, we're rehearsing what I'm going to say. So understanding that is self-awareness, that where is my mind dialogue? On Monday, learning, doing, being, we were talking about having the right response. In an argument, we can go back the old way, or if you have developed new way of dealing, like patience, having the right response. So in order to get the right response, the meditation is readily giving you just in time how you can respond. But first we need to be aware of it, aware of that. Okay, I'm going, and then expressing more strongly. Oh, wait. Let me hold back. Let me try to listen quietly to what he's saying or she's saying. So just giving that response requires us to be aware. And then meditation is giving that knowledge to respond differently, but we need to be aware. Meditation is helping us to be aware of it. So being in the moment to recognize our thought patterns, emotional patterns, and reactions is important. That's happening with us regularly with meditation. The moment we do that, the moment we gain that understanding, the moment we are catching our thought before we express it, because it's all happening under 1 second, right? It's all happening under 1 second. You see a sight of your manager because we had lots of arguments yesterday, and then immediately before you realize it is pushing an adrenal, and then so that response is coming out before you realize. That's a body conditioning. A regular practice of meditation, deconditioning the body. And so suddenly now, before you are about to express, or before you're about to turn away from that aisle, a corridor to some other side, or before you're about to say something, your thought patterns have kicked in. I mean, your awareness is kicked in to say, wait, I can be different. Just that difference, and we are changing our awareness as we're learning that he and me can be the same. Yesterday, maybe they had too stressful review that he himself would have had, and so today, I mean, that's why that discussion has happened. So let me step back and ask differently. Did you really mean what you told me yesterday? Today you can be a different, slower, quieter response. So when we change that difference, then what's happening is we're not bursting out in most situations. We're not falling into a self-pity, self-talk in most situations. Either we are critical about somebody or we're critical about ourselves. We don't do that anymore. At that, the moment we understand, we become aware of what our dialogue is. A lot of times we are losing ourselves, we're bursting out is because we have no control on our life. Somebody is bullying, somebody is always pushing us to do things. And so we don't have control. Either we're withdrawing, being very self-critical of ourselves, or we are constantly trying to give it back strongly, thinking that that's the way to give back. And either way, we are losing out, and then we slowly lose our confidence. Because people judge when we are emotionally shouting here and there, are we exhibiting a lot of times self-pity talk. We're judging, and so then we lose confidence and we withdraw from participation. And so this will go away and we start becoming confident. First thing that happens is most of the time, we are self-critical about ourselves. I'm not good, that's why I did it. Oh, I just don't know even how to control myself. And then I'm an idiot. I'm a jerk. I'm waste. I'm waste. And I've seen this too many times with children when parents are constantly pushing hard on them. Whatever that our children are, now junior employees are like children, right? The junior employees are fresher, they're coming in. So they are fresh, bubbling, but then we do not even recognize, we say something suddenly and then they become self-critical rather than able to react to the other side. Because they've been always told respecting elders is important. So they become very self-critical, thinking that some problem is always with them. So we gain confidence when we recognize just that thought that we are going through. And the moment we are self-critical, but in meditation, we've been understanding that we are great, we are unlimited, we have the potential. So don't be self-critical about yourself. Start loving yourself because you are here for your own experience. And so we gain a lot of confidence, my friends. First thing that's happening is we're gaining confidence. We increase our self-worth. When we stop bursting out, suddenly we feel good and say, yeah, I mean, 6 months ago I was different, but now I'm better. So we feel good about ourselves. When you feel good, when you increase your self-worth, are we still there? There is a power outage here. Yes. When we feel good, when we increase your self-worth, then we start expressing. We feel like talking, we feel like participating. When you start participating, then you express, automatically things come in our way. The first step is to participate. And so, dear friends, awareness is helping us. And awareness is essentially carrying ourselves very mindfully. The way we talk, the way we speak, the way we eat. We need to eat more. My body, biology, physiologically, I need to eat more. And so sometimes we have this challenge in public, and if I eat more, what do they think of them ourselves? We're self-critical about that also. Because obviously somebody made comments on us when we were a child. So being self-aware, and then that raise of self-worth, and then we start liking ourselves, we stop suppressing our feelings. So particularly in the workplace, dear friends, self-awareness brings us the ability to express well. The biggest thing is in expressing. In reviews, in one-on-ones, in meetings, we gain that strength because we give a different response. You start giving an empathetic response. You start giving a more considerate response. You start giving a more understanding response. And that happens when we become aware. So now you become very positive. You become self-love oriented. That means you are happy with yourself. This is the time to express. You are expressing positively, not arrogantly anymore, not overconfidently anymore. So I'm doing a review, somebody gives a comment. There is a way to say, yes, I understand what you're saying. Ram, I understand what you're saying. So you're acknowledging the feelings of the other person, and then saying, I know what you're saying, but tell you what, let me walk through the 3 steps. 1, 2, 3. This is a new response that you give because you want to assertively, even the Ram is a very senior person, you want to assertively give a response, as opposed to earlier, you were worried because they gave stronger responses in the past. You're worried that anything will happen, so I'll just quietly suppress yourself. You don't express properly. You might be, no way, I don't think you're right. If you say, I don't think you're right to a senior person, and all things have gone bad already, they want to say that, right? So our expression becomes very beautiful as we are more control of emotion. I don't think you're right is not what you intend, but that's how it comes, because it comes from a feeling that somebody is trying to put me down here. Somebody trying to prove that I'm wrong here. Whereas somebody really did not understand, that's why they're saying it, requires a different level of understanding. So when we are aware of our feelings, first we don't respond strongly. Instead, now we're becoming more considerate. So we start expressing differently. We start expressing firmly, but positively. We need to gain that firmness to express it. Earlier, we lose out. I'm very strong, critical in expression. So people made a comment, so I'm pulling myself, I'm withdrawing myself. So that means we stop being truthful at workplace. There are a lot of mistakes happening, a lot of things are not going right. But you say, hey, if I do anything unnecessary, it's going to coming on to me, because last time this discussion happened, so let me stay back. So the reviews are there, you're just paying, because the one you don't participate as a senior person, as a responsible, we're going away from responsibilities. So we're not truthful. But now when you start expressing, when you're aware of your emotions, you start expressing, you start becoming very truthful also. So you take responsibility, be truthful. You don't have the need to prove points to people. Because you gain that strength, you are happy, you gain the strength, so you are now helping others. By being nice to them, being a different response to them, but then you have the ability to now express clearly, truthfully to them and say, look, whatever that you said last time is not good. I've done these 3 reviews. In all of them, things have happened this way. Sitting down and having a dialogue gently is an important aspect. And so in our expression becomes very always positive words. Acknowledging the feelings is a positive word. I'm right now dealing with a non-profit board. In the non-profit board, people who are in the right senior positions, they are assertive. They're just emotionally charged up. And so this person, the only thing is, I want all of us to do this. Next week, by the time I do it, I want this to be done. Every third sentence, he says, I want this to be done. And so the members are not able to converse. Because if the leader is saying that I want this to be done, members are not able to converse. So here I'm in there, and 3 times this thing repeated. So then one way is to, I had said to this member and said, can we do this? I would like to talk to you in one-on-one. We understand this fully, but let's talk about this outside this meeting. Just diverting the attention at that point by having the discussion rather than trying to now confront the senior person, say, can we have a conversation outside? And I'd like to talk to you. Even though I was empowered enough to say that, no, this is not a good response. I said, let's have a conversation outside this meeting, just to diffuse it and then just to make the person understand that I also did not like. Our expression, even though we are empowered, but our expression is more empathetic. We are more positive in the way we're responding. So we are more truthful. We're no longer sweeping things under the carpet. When we express, a lot of times we don't like what we're doing at a workplace, but then we are not able to express it because we always have that increment in mind. We always feel that this is too important to the company or to the manager, so I cannot ask that, no, hey, give me a different role, different job. So in the process, we keep suppressing, and so we never get what we want, and so we're never happy. When you're not happy, you're not able to then give you 100%. Everything is a link up. So when we gain confidence with awareness, when we gain our self-worth, we start expressing. When you start expressing, we sit across the table. So you will naturally have to get it because our thoughts create reality, our words create reality. And so you naturally get what you're looking for. And so you start becoming happy. It will come. When you express it positively, everything will come. It is our inner dialogue. You want to go to your VP who is visiting. A lot of times we don't express because we think the VP is too busy. Oh, he is very busy. Or no, the CEO is visiting and so very busy. I can't go with this. You legitimately have a feeling inside to go and then express about why the current policies are not good. But then we scuttle that, even though you have a strong feeling, you scuttle because you yourself make, oh, he's too busy. So you create the too busyness when he or she comes. Or you feel that if I go and then tell, then obviously then if that comes back to my manager, there's going to be a problem. So there is always this worry. When we are developing a self-love, with meditation, we gain so much inner strength to express it because we start recognizing that I create my reality through the way I think and speak, and it's always working. So I need to express what I need, not worrying about it. It's a worry that's causing me to either lose out in a promotion or a hike. But as long as we can stay positive and express it, then I'm gaining. So when with that understanding, then you go and then express to your manager. Like the other day, I think about two weeks in the last program, Mrudula shared that she was able to walk up to that her boss and the super boss and then stand there and start talking about things, about meditation, about mindfulness. And then from what is used to be a 20-minute conversation became very long. So dear friends, self-awareness to regulate our emotion, self-expression to gain what is truly ours. Whether it is at home, where people are suppressing me, not letting me express my voice, I need my time. You say that it is 2 hours of time is important for me. I need my time. But now you're very positively, very gently, subtly talking to them, not with a lot of arrogance, not with anger, but you are sitting down in a cool manner, you're expressing it. And then it is always reaching, because your vibration is one of empathy. Your vibration is one of calmness. When you're calm, then that vibration is going and then rubbing to the other person. We all know this. We all know this. So we'll understand the remaining 3 aspects of inspiration, empathy, and engagement on Friday. But just by doing these 2, just by gaining these 2, self-awareness and expression, we're able to attract things that we really like into our life. My music practice, my marathon participation, which means that I have to take time personally, right? My nature walks, my weekend trekkings, I want to do, but then my family is not letting me to do. And as a result, you're just pretty bored of things, because that gives you've got to be spending time in nature. So you're claiming what is rightfully yours. My evening times, your boss is expecting you to say, hey, you got to take this meeting every day. And then you're able to express it more gently, subtly, but then in the moment express it, you get it. But we need the strength, and meditation is giving. When you do that, automatically you are gaining what is rightfully yours. You're able to spend time on it. You start becoming happy. When you're happy, then you contribute back to the work life again. Thank you very much for staying through. Tomorrow we'll meet again. We'll continue to learn emotional intelligence. Tomorrow, we'll have few youngsters share their experiences. Udasi Foundation is definitely taking meditation to youngsters. The youngsters are being, ever since from the childhood, right? A lot of times it's from the elders who have been trying to discipline them too much or condition too much. So they have many times when they're stepping in, they don't have confidence. And then you come into workplace, then have been suppressed too much, because the senior people around usually are saying, just do this way, ordering. And so we are definitely working on youngsters to bring up their confidence, and then also making bring their voice back so that they can express, and then they can flourish. If we can't express, we can't create, and then so we can't flourish. So we are definitely doing it. So we'll have some youngsters talk about how meditation is helping them truly live a beautiful workplace, or otherwise in their colleges. We'll do that tomorrow, along with some more discussion. Thank you, and have a wonderful day.
Will surrender to my greatest, highest good. I will release any fear that blocks my way. For every step I take is taken in pure faith, and I am stronger every moment, every day. My mind is willing and my heart is open wide. I trust my instincts and let spirit be my guide. I vow to live a life that's real and pure and free as I continue walking in this mystery. I will surrender to my greatest, highest good. I will release any fear that blocks my way. For every step I take is taken in pure faith, and I am grateful every moment, every day. There may be walls, there may be roadblocks in my way.
Hi, Sridhar. Anybody would like to share a story of their emotional responses at workplace or anywhere? Any question around your meditation practice today? Sridhar, nice to see you.
Hi, sir.
Yes.
Good morning.
What's meditation doing to you?
Good, sir. It's
Chapandi, what happens on meditation?
everything is good, sir. Of mind.
Okay. Good. Mr. MJ, would you like to share something? You can unmute. There will be an unmute button.
Yes, I'm Mukul Joysher.
I see you are Mukul Joysher. MJ, I never understood. Okay.
I keep it as MJ only. I saw Meena is practicing most of the time. I do meditation every day, at least for 10-15 minutes in the morning when I do my pranayama. I wanted to learn more and more from Buddha CEO, especially Chandra sir and Vani ma'am. So that's what I'm trying to do. And Meena told me about all your health becomes so much better. I'm going through all my health difficulties or problems, but definitely I will get rid of it with the meditation as you guys explained. But again, thank you very much. Especially Vani ma'am said Meena to tell me to attend. So I'm doing it and trying.
Wonderful Mukherjee, this is because all health is psychosomatic. There is acute health, okay, that's fine. But any longer term or everything is psychosomatic. And definitely with the right understanding and practice of meditation, health has to be gained back. Sometimes it is taking time, but for sure people are healing and then recovering, are getting back sufficient enough for them to that no longer becomes botheration anymore, right, essentially. So a lot of times it is aligning to, a lot of times, for those of us who we have accomplished many things in life, we're going forward. Because a lot of times it is pulling back or not doing what we needed to do. So aligning to what I should be doing changes suddenly the equation with respect to the body. And so I'm sure this meditation will give us answers of what should I be doing. If we do, to feel energetic, we don't need to have the health in the body. The feeling is here. We can imagine ourselves doing many wonderful things that we really like, that we're not doing, and then feel ourselves very energetic. So if we can feel that, then this gets set. Now, if you say I need to be healthy to be feeling energetic, then we lost it out. It's the Newtonian model. Quantum model is you feel energetic and then you gain health. And to feel energetic, we have to just excite ourselves with a bunch of things that are happening around. But then, yes, that's the difficulty, right? Because this onset, the pain is causing me not to be able to feel that. And so I need to slowly detach from this. And so that's where meditation comes. The meditation is helping to numb the pain, is helping to forget the past event. And so it is doing that. And as a result, it is helping us to momentarily be in that feeling mode of future state. So if we do that, start doing it, we'll gain health. But along the way, as we meditate, we'll gain more clarity of what should I be doing. And then usually if we latch on to what I should be doing, then we'll have to gain whatever is necessary for us to do it. So we got to start with some intent and say, no matter where I am, because this long pending, my travel is there, I'm going to do this. I want to plan for this. Let me see what happens. And then putting out that actively, that strong intent of the travel or that project which we wanted to do, putting out actively that project intent forward, and then start planning for it, thinking for it, will raise up the energies back. But then what is that I should be doing? Meditation will give some clarity to open up. So in all friends, it will help us to gain that beautiful health. So let's keep doing, and look forward to have you in the sessions. So now you've been doing in all 3 weeks now, or it's in halfway through?
Yes, I'm doing it for last 3 weeks, attending each of them. Sometimes it is difficult to sit and do it, but I do sit and do it. And definitely it will going to help me. A day or two, I was feeling the air you said going in and coming out, that I could feel. Otherwise, the mind goes all over the places. And I know that I have done Vipassana earlier, so that was a 10-day course many years ago. And what the Vipassana is morning 3:30 to night 9 o'clock. Not all the time we are doing it, but it was much more longer, but nothing else, just the meditation and listening. So I able to concentrate my mind after 3.5 days. So that was many years ago. So I'm trying to sit this 1 hour every day, morning, every day I do at 5-10 minutes or 15 minutes max. But I will do it and concentrate my mind to get rid of all those pains and health difficulties. Thank you.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Please forget the vipassana that you've done in the past. It's important because now this is different.
Yes, I know.
We are going definitely beyond the body observation. We are, the knowledge that we learn, applying that knowledge, are believing in the experience that we are receiving, that out of the body experience we're receiving, is an equally important aspect. Vipassana is true seeing. True seeing. So going beyond the body sensations, going beyond the feelings that we're having, and then looking for an out of the body, or something that comes to you, and rather than hushing it off as this is unexplainable, that is hallucination. That's where, but we are going beyond. We are going beyond to seeking and then having the transcendental experiences, which help us to change the way we think and feel about ourselves and about environment. What I'm trying to say is that we get into a oneness consciousness. That is happening in meditation. That connectedness is happening in meditation. That changes the way we think and feel about environment and people and our relations, including ourselves. Including ourselves. When we experience beyond the body, then our concept around the notion around the death changes. A notion on health changes. When we experience something beyond the body, when we experience that we are bigger than the body, our notion around death also starts changing, because we feel that there is something larger here. And so all of that will happen in this meditation when we are very open. We need to have a solid understanding on the depth.
Yes.
Yes, you're asking a question?
No, I was saying, should I do more meditation, sitting, that will more help, or this 1 hour should be okay?
If we can do more, we must do more. So there is a 3-hour meditation going on from 4 to 7 in the morning. And if you can sit, please go in and sit. It's not like you have to be there. You attempt, and then say after 1.5 hours you can't sit, then you just get up and then walk around and then take the thing and go back and sit. But the aim should be there to meditate as much as possible. Initially, it is the energy that's going to heal. Afterwards, the understanding that's going to sustain that healing. The understanding to not go back into either old thought patterns or go and align to the work that we should be doing. Either of those two will sustain the health. But initially, it is the energy. It is a change into this whole detaching from the past. So we must do a lot of meditation as much as possible. Lots of meditation.
Thank you.
Yes. Yes, Ratnavir?
Very good morning, everyone. Hi, sir. So I think it's a really wonderful experience. Am I audible?
Yes, you're audible.
Okay. So yes, on this, when you mentioned about the non-profit board, I had a similar experience, I think in the last week before, just a week before, where in one of the office meeting where what happens is there were some sudden argument actually came up where between the two side of the, between two set of teams, one team is saying, you are responsible for that, you have to send email, blah, blah, like that. Then other person is saying, no, you, last time we didn't do. So that actually went into kind of a argument. Then usually what happens is my way when I was into that, sometimes I get carried away with that situation. So then that time I just said, okay, just let's actually, the way that I responded is even a surprise for me and myself as well. So I said, friends, let's request, let's please calm down. Like, we can actually talk about this later. But still, they little lowered their voice, and after some time, again they actually again it popped up. Then again I said, okay, I sincerely request, please just skip this part. Let's talk about this later. We'll just keep moving on for other things. So that actually subsided all these things, and then we kept moving on the rest of the other items on the discussions, and the other folks in the meeting, we could able to complete it. And we had a separate meeting, and there we actually had this about this. That actually again went into a very polite manner. So that was actually a really awesome experience where when handling this team between these two different kind of people come with different backgrounds and their own challenges, situations. So I understood that. So then that actually made me empathy. Okay, let me somewhere I told that any issue, it is both sides of the coin, like you're responsible. It's like I am responsible, you are not responsible, like that. So everyone is responsible for that. So let's actually go there. So this meditation actually helped me to give you a different response, the way of handling, and all these things. So really, so just want to share, because when you actually shared the similar one, so I could able to figure it out. Even I have shared this one to my my on-site counterpart as well. I'm really amazed at the way that I handled this one, because earlier I would have been, I will be into that situation and just keep into that. But now I'm thinking outside from that situation, and what is right that point of time, that actually I responded. So that is, I want to share. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you, Ratnavir. Thank you, friends. So we'll meet back tomorrow again. Thank you all.